if your child didn't just pass exams, but became the leader Ghana is waiting? What if your child didn't just pass exams, but became the leader Ghana is waiting for? Alpha Kids Mentorship is a 12-month transformation where your child masters 5 pillars: leadership, academic excellence, home responsibility, emotional wellness, and career readiness. Every Sunday, experts guide them in small groups online. Monday through Friday, you, the parent, become your child's coach with simple 30-minute activities we provide. No stress, no guesswork, just connection and growth. Your child gets books, materials, recognition, and a community of families pursuing excellence together. While other children waste hours on screens, your child is being shaped into someone extraordinary. We started with 50 children. By popular demand, we've expanded to 100. 50 more spots just opened, but only those who enroll by November 30th get the early investment rate of 2,000 Ghana cedis. After that, it goes back to the original price, 3,000 Ghana cedis. Your parenting stress? Reduced. Your child becomes more responsible and independent. You get valuable progress reports, 12 life-changing monthly books, an exclusive Alpha Kids t-shirt, weekly Zoom workshops, community projects, leadership challenges, exciting monthly events, and a prestigious year-end awards ceremony. All for just 2,000 cedis, down from 3,000. Secure your child's slots now with just 100 cedis. Pay the rest by November 30th. This is your moment. Call or send a message to 053451 5541. 053451 5541. Limited to 50 kids, age 5 to 16. First come, first transformed. Your child deserves this head start. 50 slots? Act now. Alpha Kids Mentorship, where your child becomes unstoppable.
And a proud member of the Pick Inner tribe. I was privileged to be part of the few who decided to enroll in this program. I heard about it during the Maiden Parents Conference of the Pick Academy. At the end of the conference, after gaining so much knowledge on parenting, when the Pick Inner tribe was introduced, I told myself that I would definitely want to be part of this. And so I was ready to do whatever it took to be part of it. And in fact, what was required to be part of it was just chicken change, because the experience in there is worth millions and millions and billions of cedis. I am not exaggerating. The Inner tribe has been a blessing to me and to my family. It is a place where parents are urged on to raise and nurture responsible children who will grow up to transform generations. The Inner tribe has coaches who are seasoned, well-seasoned coaches who have the patience, though they are so knowledgeable, they have the patience to groom every parent to become who God requires him or her to be. I got to know about the Inner tribe, and I think it is a blessing that God gave to me, because I was facing challenges in parenting, and I'm one person who always looks out for the best for my children. I believe that the society becomes a better place when we have well-raised children to take up responsibility as adults. And so I have always wanted a safe place to receive safe and sound direction on how to raise children. And I tell you, the Inner tribe is the place for that. There are daily connection activities. There are weekly seminars. There are activities to do. We read books that pertains to so many aspects of parenting and a whole lot. It is a place that you cannot be and then be a passive parent. My life has changed simply because I became a triber, and I will not trade that for anything. Any opportunity I have to enroll again as a triber, I will be the first to be there, because the experience there is life-changing. I urge every parent here to enroll as an inner tribe member, to receive sound direction, to be helped, to be supported. We have coaches who go all out. They are readily available to help us tackle any problem we face as parents. We are not only trained in the area of child upbringing, but even as parents, we are also trained to imbibe discipline, to focus on our parenting journey, financial prudence, every other aspect that is required to be the parent that you are expected to be. It is taught in the inner tribe. We are not done yet, but the way things are going in there, it even shapes you as a wife, as a career woman, as a manager, wherever you are. As you enroll in the inner tribe, you realize that you receive wisdom, you receive tutelage to enable you perform better in any area of your life. In less than 1 year of enrolling in the inner tribe, the transformation I see in my children and even in myself is tremendous. It is incredible. I realize that my children now follow the routines that we have set together as a family. My parenting journey has become much easier. And then I have now come to agree that, in fact, a lot of the things we go through as parents is simply because we ourselves are not ready. We are not trained for the parenting journey, and we only vent our anger on the children. And so, kind courtesy the inner tribe, my home is now a no caning, no spanking, no yelling zone. And meanwhile, everything works as planned. We did not get there in a day. We had daily connection activities that, in my estimation, we're heading towards with those connection activities. But as they all came together, I now came to understand the saying of our coaches always, that once you are well connected to your child, whatever you say, whatever you ask them to do, they do it with ease. It is very true. The experience in the inner tribe cannot be talked about in a few minutes. You need to experience it to understand what we are talking about. It is a place to be. I would urge every parent, no matter the sacrifice it will take to be part of this inner tribe, if only you want to raise generational giants, if you want to raise well-rounded children who are equipped in every aspect of their lives, children who can take up responsibility, children who change the status quo, then I urge you to enroll as an inner triber, and I bet you your life will never be the same.
What if your child didn't just pass exams, but became the leader Ghana is waiting for? Alpha Kids Mentorship is a 12-month transformation where your child masters 5 pillars: leadership, academic excellence, home responsibility, emotional wellness, and career readiness. Every Sunday, experts guide them in small groups online. Monday through Friday, you, the parent, become your child's coach with simple 30-minute activities we provide. No stress, no guesswork, just connection and growth. Your child gets books, materials, recognition, and a community of families pursuing excellence together. While other children waste hours on screens, your child is being shaped into someone extraordinary. We started with 50 children. By popular demand, we've expanded to 100. 50 more spots just opened, but only those who enroll by November 30th get the early investment rate of 2,000 Ghana cedis. After that, it goes back to the original price, 3,000 Ghana cedis. Your parenting stress? Reduced. Child becomes more responsible and independent. You get valuable progress reports, 12 life-changing monthly books, an exclusive Alpha Kids t-shirts, weekly Zoom workshops, community projects, leadership challenges, exciting monthly events, and a prestigious year-end awards ceremony. All for just 2,000 cedis, down from 3,000.
Yes, yes, we are live again. We are live again. And hello, yes, we are live. We are live. We are live. This is our second session, and I hope that you are really, really, really learning. So, once again, share this link with other parents so that they can also join us and learn whilst we are also learning. Now, our second speaker is Abibat Nikwe, and she is going to talk about raising girls with purpose in a distracted world. Yes, there are so many things going on that we need to raise girls who have purpose, girls with purpose. So without wasting much time, please give me a moment. We have a few network challenges. Okay, we are hello. We have a few network challenges. We are working on it here in the background, and we will be on very, very, very soon. Thank you so much for your patience, and don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Nikoi is a visionary mentor and founder of Great and Grace Girls Academy, a pioneering Abibat Nikoi is a visionary mentor and founder of Great and Grace Girls Academy, a pioneering initiative dedicated to equipping girls and young women with the confidence, life skills, and leadership capacity to rise, reign, and make a lasting impact. With a passion for shaping the next generation, she has designed transformative programs, signature events, and engaging resources that inspire young women to embrace their identity, discover their purpose, and lead with courage. In her professional career, Grace brings over a decade of expertise in financial management, strategy, and corporate leadership, currently serving as a finance manager, where she combines analytical excellence with a strong commitment to ethical stewardship. Her background as a chartered accountant gives her a unique ability to bring disciplined corporate thinking with visionary community impact. Known for her relatable teaching style and warm yet purposeful approach, Grace has impacted hundreds through her workshops, speaking engagements, and community initiatives. She continues to champion the belief that every girl is born with an inherent royalty and deserves to be crowned with love, equipped with wisdom, and positioned for greatness. Big parents, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome on stage Mrs. Grace Abibat Nikoi.
Hello, good morning. Can I be here?
Hello, Grace. Your camera is off.
Okay,
Can you hear me? We can clearly
yes,
hear you, but your camera.
I can hear you, but you can't see me. It's strange
Yes, we
because
can't see you.
the camera is on here.
Okay, we can hear you, so you can go ahead with your session whilst we look
Okay,
at that.
this is strange because my camera is on here. It's fully on. Okay. The camera is on here, so
Please, we can hear you. Kindly go ahead with your session.
okay, that's fine. But let me. Okay, let me just go ahead. Okay, just a minute. We are trying to check here as well. Just give us a minute.
Okay, all right. Inner training. Okay, thank you so much for being here. We are experiencing a few challenges and we are hoping to get that done as soon as possible so that we can go ahead with our session today. We are going to talk about raising girls with purpose in a distracted world. Raising girls with purpose in a distracted world. So, whilst we wait for our speaker, our second speaker, yesterday we had a lot of messages concerning, parents wanting to know more about the Inner Tribe program. So, our Inner Tribe program is a 1-year mentorship program for parents who want to raise children to become wholesome and responsible. And you are given so many resources to work with. You have your weekly webinars, daily connection activities that you have to do with your kids, your family, so that you can, okay, can we add here? Our speaker is back on stage.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, everyone. A pleasure
We
to
still
be
cannot see
here.
you, but please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Okay.
All
This
right.
is quite unfortunate. Good morning, everyone. Pleasure to be here, and special thanks to Ikea for what you are doing. You are doing a fantastic job, and I really congratulate you for putting the conference together for taking this step and for showing up. Very well done to you and the entire team. So this morning, our discussion is on raising girls with purpose in a distracted world. So how can we nurture our daughters from distraction to distinction? There's so much distraction in the world. There's so much thing that is occupying their mind that is taking them away from what needs to be done. How do we nurture them so that they move from distraction to distinction? Before we even go into how to go about it, when we hear girls, what comes to our mind? How do we define it? What ring to us? For me, when I look at girls, who are they? For me, any girl that I meet, or when I meet a group of girls, the first thing that comes to mind is gracefulness. I see a group or I see an individual who is full of grace, who has respect, who has kindness, who knows how to speak, when to speak, and what to say. I see someone who has integrity, so someone who is honest, someone who is true, someone who knows her value and can keep to her values. I see someone who is resilient, strong, who can go on even when life gets tough. It doesn't necessarily have to be that you need to be in your old age before you are resilient. Even as young as they are, we need to raise and build resilience in them. I see someone who is a leader, who is full of courage, confidence, who can use her voice and idea to make a difference. No matter how small you are, you can still make a difference where you find yourself. I see someone who is spiritual because spirituality holds the key to everything we do. So someone who has deep personal relationship with God, not just depending on daddy or mommy faith, not just depending on what daddy and mommy are saying, but girl, a child, someone who has been nurtured to have her own personal relationship with God. So when we talk about girls, for me, that's the first thing that comes to mind. So raising girls that will thrive in the era we are, we need to define first of all, who are we raising? What are we raising? So for me, we are raising someone who is graceful, someone who has integrity, someone who is resilient, someone who is a leader, and someone who is spiritual. Now, how do we move that person from the distraction to a person of purpose? What are the modern day challenge? The average 8-year-old child today is 10 times more exposed than a 30-year-old person. When we were 8, the kind of distraction we face or the kind of challenge we face is completely different from what they are facing today. Today, what are the distractions that is confronting them? The digital storm. They are bombarded with so many things in this digital era we find ourselves in. 24/7, they are comparing themselves with someone because they have the phone, they have the tablet, they are constantly scrolling, and then the filters are there, and they want to measure with image that do not match who they are. And then we have the peer pressure filter. There's intense pressure to fit in. You go to school, children are coming from different homes and they are meeting different people, they are engaging in different conversation, and your daughter wants to fit in. That pressure to fit in, that pressure to look like somebody else, that pressure to be somebody is constantly there. And we really need to see how we can help them navigate that. So that instant pressure is there, and their voice is easily drowned in the midst of all the voices that they hear. Then there's erosion of roots. That is one of the challenges we are facing today. Most of our children don't even know where they are coming from, what is their background. Some can't even speak their local languages. These are the modern day pressure that children are facing today, that our girls are facing today. A culture that distracts from the deep grounded power of heritage, community, and family legacy. They don't even know their extended family. They have no relationship with them in certain home. That is what is happening. So we have our girls who are facing all sorts. So these are some of the distractions that we want to rescue our girls with and give them a life of purpose. When we move on, one of the principles that can help us to raise them as children of purpose from this distracted world is we need to teach our daughters to be somebody instead of somebodies. This is a saying by Kifasham. He said, you got to start teaching your daughters or your daughter to be somebody instead of somebodies. So the essence here is be you, because everyone else is taken. We have to get to the point where our daughters must be confident enough to be themselves because everybody else is taken. So we need to teach them to be themselves. Everybody else is taken. How do we do that? How do we navigate to this our guiding principle? We need to raise our daughters to shine. We need to teach them to redefine themselves, their own dream and their talent. Their identity should not be left for them to uncover it to this. So we need to guide them, teach them to define who they are. We need to encourage them to be strong. That independence, she can walk her own path confidently and not be pressured to fit in. We've talked about the distraction, the pressure to fit in is a serious pressure. Even we grown up, we are still battling with those pressures. How much more the young one? We need to fuel their ambition, help her to grow, lead and succeed in her own term. That is very important. Not to be who we are, not to be necessarily molded into the dream that we have for them, but guide them to uncover, discover themselves and grow into who God has made them to be. We are to God. We are not to project our dream onto them. We need to break the mold, show her that her worth isn't being about somebody, it's about being herself, being yourself, not somebody's. We can admire people, we can learn from people, we can pick so much lesson from people. By the end of the day, you have to be you. You have to be you. It's very important. So, what is the antidote to the distraction that our children are facing today? The distraction is real. The distraction is real. There are many things we've talked about it. The digital distraction, the social media, the constant scrolling, the culture, the root that we have lost, and the business at home, and we are not there to make time and pay attention to them. So how do we move them from that world of distraction to people with distension? The antidote is purpose, and we need to forge the compass, and we are going to look at the four pillars of a purpose-driven life so that our girls grow to be purpose-driven young women. So the four pillars of a purpose-driven life, and the first one we'll be looking at is identity and heritage. The pillar one for purpose is identity and heritage. When I read First Peter 2:9, it says, you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, his own special people, that you may proclaim the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. I find my purpose and identity in this scripture, First Peter 2:9. So I see myself as a royal because I'm royal, because scripture say I'm a royal priesthood, I'm a holy nation. That is my purpose, my identity. And I believe that every parent should be able to raise their girl child for her to come to that sense of identity. Identity is at the core of everything that we do, everything that we become. And the moment we know who we are and we know our heritage, our background, our origin, it guides us in whatever we do, how we continue. And there's an African proverb that says, a stream that forgets its origin will dry up. If I know where I'm coming from, I'll know how to carry myself because I know I represent a nation. I know I'm an ambassador of a kingdom. So we all need to get our children to know this. And that is very important. That's the pillar one of purpose. Her identity is her anchor. So you don't go out and you see someone doing something that is contrary to what you believe in and who you are, and you are shaking. Because you know who you are, or because the girl child has been raised to know who she is, she understands her identity, she's anchored, she's not moved. She knows where she's going and she knows where she's coming from. She can tell her story. Today, our children can't tell their story. They don't know their lineage. But raising them with purpose and helping them to know their identity and their heritage help them to connect with their lineage. They are coming from a lineage of strength, struggle, and triumph. So they are descendants of survivors, innovators, and leaders. That's the moment they owe it. They know how to carry themselves. And Anita said, the more a daughter knows the detail of her mother's life, the stronger the daughter becomes. Most of the time, we don't have those connection time with our children in the house, with our daughters, especially with mothers. Tell them your story. They need to hear it. Your how you reason from where you come from to where you are. Your failures, your success. Do they know what made you who you are today? Our daughters need to know our stories. They need to understand their identity. They need to understand their heritage, where they come from, who they are is very important. And the moment we are able to identify, we are able to get them to understand this, we've set them on the path of purpose. So the distraction can be controlled, because when things start flicking on their face, they know that no, this does not represent me. When they pick the phone, when they pick the tablet, and images start popping, they know if this reflects who they are. When they sit with their classmates and some conversation are being taken, are being shared, they know that no, this conversation is not for me. I got to move from that place and join another team where what I believe in is being talked about. It is very important. The second pillar of purpose is character and conviction. Character and conviction is so pathetic, where today you can see a number of young girls who are, you can say there is no character, the way they talk, the way they behave. And you can't blame them entirely, because they come from home where those things have not been checked, those things are not welcome. And it takes intentionality. They just don't grow to be good. The fact that you are a good parent, you are a good mother, you are a good daddy, you've done so much for yourself, you are very respectable. Your character is not automatically translated to your children. They don't inherit it immediately. We have to make time to raise them, train them, nurture them to build those characters and have those convictions. Most of the time, we praise the content, not the container. It's very easy. We are in a world where appearances have so much attraction. Oh, you look beautiful, you look gorgeous. Yes, that is fantastic to tell our children they look beautiful, to tell our daughters they look beautiful. But we need to move for focusing on their appearances and focusing on the substance of who they are. So our home must be the refuge where character is celebrated. So let's shift the praise from you look so pretty to why not? Your resilience is powerful. I like the way you talk to this person. You are incredibly kind. I like your curiosity. It's quite inspiring. So let's praise what they are made of. And that helped them to build the character, to have the conviction. Because the one who knows who she is, because she's anchored in identity, will easily move in conviction. So character is very important. It's a sum total of who you are. Character is the sum total of who the person is, and we must make sure that this is built in our children, in our daughters, because our focus here is raising the girl child. So that character is very important. Arrogance should not find its place in who a girl child is. That is why we say the girl child is someone who is graceful. She's graceful. She speaks with kindness. She's respectful. So that character must be built in a girl child. A mother who radiates self-love and self-acceptance actually vaccinates her daughter against low self-esteem. Naomi Wolf is the one who said that. So as mothers, how we carry ourselves, what we project to our daughters is very important. what we project to our daughters is very important. If we project low self-esteem, they are just carrying it immediately. But the moment we project self-love, self-acceptance, we are vaccinating them against low self-esteem. So a second pillar in building girls, in raising girls of purpose, is character and conviction. Our third pillar in raising girls of purpose in this world full of distraction is contribution and community. Purpose is found in service, not in self. We have the concept of Ubuntu that says, I am because we are. It's a powerful antidote to self-centered digital world. Today, everybody wants to take a selfie. How do I look? Everybody, how many likes do I have? It's all about me. So the me, you are so focused on yourself, you are full of yourself, and you are distracted in your own small world that you have created for yourself. But when we lead them to be girls of purpose, then they see the benefits of community. They see themselves as someone who can help. So the focus shifts from how do I look to how can I help. Service is very important. And that starts with how we even raise them in our home. Do we involve them in the house chore? Even if we have domestic help at home to help us do some of the stuff? Do we engage our girls in those chores? Are we raising them to contribute to the family? The little tasks, because they are tasks appropriate for their age that we can let them do, which give them the sense of service, and not children who grow and are fully entitled. All they think about is me, is me, is me. If the world must bow at their feet, this is what they want, this is how they want us. Everybody must be at their feet. No. Contribution and community is very important. So we encourage them to serve. During the holiday, they can do some small internship. They can be in the shop. If you have a shop, we can put them there. If you don't have one, you can send them to an institution, and we have a few of them these days who are willing to just take the child and then help them see how the corporate world work or an organization work. That is very important. So that sense of service is very important, because they can't have, there's no purpose if you are not serving. Purpose is not just about you. It's not about you. It's what you do to the world, how you touch life. So the earlier we raise our children or our girls to understand that service is important in everything that they do, then we are taking their focus from the distraction to the bigger picture, where they become people of distinction. They become women of distinction, women who knows where they are going, women who understand that they have something to contribute to this world they find themselves in. And the pillar 4 of our purpose this morning, which is the antidote to distraction. Purpose is the antidote to distraction. So the pillar 4 is digital mentorship. It's very easy to talk about raising girl in a distracted world when we, the parents ourselves, we are equally crumbling under the load of distraction. We are not managing it well. We are equally victim of this distraction. So digital mentorship is very important. And under digital mentorship, we are looking at family media plan. Let's co-create tech boundaries. There should be a no phone at table. It's pathetic. It's in the evening, we are all seated at table, we are having dinner, and all daddy is on the phone, mommy is on the phone. If children have their personal phone, when they are equally on the phone, that is not what we want to see. That is not what we want to mentor. We want to show our girl. So family media plan, we sit together as a family, we craft our media plan, we agree that this is what we believe in. When we are at table, our phones, our tablets, they are not there. So that when the girl child sits at table with you in the evening, she knows that she's not coming there with her phone. Then we need to deconstruct the field. It's not just enough to ban we need to teach. We need to teach our daughters, so that when they see what is posted, they understand why it is posted. Who is this benefiting? So they need to spot where to go, where not to go. It's not enough to just say, don't tag this, don't go on the internet, don't do this, don't talk to this person. But we need to teach them so that they can spot where they need to pay attention to, where they need to get themselves involved, and where they shouldn't get themselves involved. We need to curate for inspiration. It's very important. So we have said don't ban. We've talked about teach. At the same time, the things that we don't want the girl child to see, the things that we don't want the girl child to be exposed to, can we now guide them to the things we want them to see? So we need to curate their inspiration. We need to suggest scientists, historians, artists, leaders who inspire. So we help them come into contact with those people. Then they can follow those people, because those are the people we want them to follow. So we don't leave it blank. Oh, don't listen to this music. But what's the antidote? Is there a music appropriate that we want them to listen to? Is there a music that we have brought to the home context that she can listen to, enjoy, and start following? Are we exposing them to documentaries, leaders who inspire, that instead of just following what we don't want them to follow, we are now giving them the right path to go? Because once we are able to curate what we are giving them, we are giving them the feed a source of power, not pain. So you are not withholding them things that they want, but you are guiding what they should like. So we don't just leave it blank, but we are guiding what the girl child should like. So these are the 4 pillars of a purpose-driven life that we can incorporate in raising our girl, to help them navigate from the distraction to a life of purpose that we want them to live. And when we know that this is it, and they understand and they are working with it, it helps them stand wherever they find themselves. It helps them stand wherever they find themselves. So why is purpose so important? Purpose is protective. When the girl child is raised with purpose in mind, she is protected. And research has shown that adolescents with a high sense of purpose report significantly better outcome. Purpose is protection. Once she knows who she is, once she understands where she's going, where she's coming from, what makes her, she has a better sense of who she is, and her outcome is definitely better. So she has lower depressive symptoms. Today we have children, we have girls who have suicidal tendencies and all that, very low self-esteem. But once we are able to move them from that world of distraction to purpose, they have higher sense of higher self-esteem. They have higher resilience to stress, whether we like it or not. They are exposed to stress. They are going to school. They have puberty very early, and they are facing different changes, just like we, the mothers, are equally facing different changes in the month. Our girl child is equally exposed to that. She has homework to do from school, she has pressures from outside to look like an image on the internet that she's seen, or an image a friend has shown her. So the moment she has that sense of purpose, she's being raised with that sense of purpose, her resilience to stress is higher. And she has a positive view of her heritage, because she knows where she's coming from. She understands her culture, she understands her background, she's not standing empty. And purpose is not a soft skill, it's a fundamental shield for her mental and emotional health. It's unfortunate that we grow and we are now looking for purpose. As adults, we are trying to find purpose. No. If the raising up is properly done, the children grow, the girl child will grow with that sense of purpose. It's a very fundamental element that we must include in raising the girl child, and by extension, in raising our children. Our call to action. We have parents, this is a parent conference. We have daddies, we have mummies, we have uncles, we have senior brothers. Our call to action is to raise strong women who know, is to raise strong women. May we know them, may we be them, and may we raise them. It's very important, because when the girl child is not raised with that sense of knowing who she is, any wind that blow, she can get carried away with it. Anything that comes as this is what is this is what is moving now, this is what is being said, this is what is in trending, this is what is trending, this is what is being done. She will go with every trend. She will go with every trend. But when we know that we are raising girls of purpose, we are raising girls who are graceful, girls who have integrity, girls who are resilient, girls who are leaders, girls who are spiritual. Our call to action is to be intentional in this process. It's not to leave it to chance. It's not to leave it to it will happen. Things don't just happen. We have to make it happen. It's to put in the structures and to be present in the whole process, because the moment the stage of childhood, adolescence, and is past and they move into adulthood, we have so much more to do. And we can testify to the fact that we've seen many women who are broken, who have been broken because they self-sabotage themselves. They don't even know their sense of, they don't even know their self-worth, because while they were being brought up, things were not done properly. So this call for us to be intentional in what we are doing, intentional in how we are raising our children. We find ourselves in this system that Equia has put together, and it is fantastic. It is fantastic. And one way to encourage everybody to raise girls with purpose, to raise girls who will not drown in the distraction of the world that they are currently in, is to join the PIC Academy and enroll in the program. Parenting is a skill that we need to learn. So we got to learn that skill that will help us to raise strong women, and then our girls will be women of purpose, girls who knows that they have something to give to the world that we are in. Thank you very much. My time is up. Thank you. Questions and contributions.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sis. It's been an insightful session as always. And are there any questions? Please, if there are any questions, kindly let us know in the comment section. If there are any questions, you can also drop your questions in the how the session went for you. I think I'm echoing. Yes, please drop your questions, or how this session went, so that we can see in the comment section. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sis, for this insightful session. In fact, I was just listening and I was like, wow, purpose isn't a soft skill. It is a fundamental shield for your girl, for her mental and emotional health. Very, very, very important. Let's all take note. We need to be intentional about how we are raising our girls. We need to be intentional. So thank you so much for this amazing session. And we need to quickly move into the next session. We are starting very, very soon. We are going live very soon. So thank you so much. We honor you. We don't take your time for granted. Thank you and hope to see you again next year. Enjoy an amazing, amazing day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye. Bye.